Does it close quick? pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion for the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Agenda.
Motion for the minutes.
Second.
I got two sets, yep. You were there, so you can,
I can make a motion to approve the second set of minutes, the short one.
Second.
well, wow.
Wait.
Yeah, that's what I was
I'll
gonna
do them all together.
All in favor, say aye.
say. Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Minutes approved. Communications?
I attended a 3-hour landfill meeting the other night up here at the annex, and I'm very pleased to report, I think we have made an outstanding hire. David's really on top of it already, making a lot of positive changes. I've talked to a couple of his employees, and they're just really happy to have him there and get some guidance, and it looks like it's a very cohesive relationship going forward, and he's working out well. He's got the full support of our board, and I think that going forward, we will be in good hands for hopefully years to come.
We had conservation, kind of the same breath there too. You guys working out really well, making some good improvements. Employees seem to like him, like you said, and hopefully moving forward, he stays for a while.
I didn't really have anything other than I did the ISAC webinar on the legislative update, but the only thing of noteworthy there was I would say that we haven't discussed it as a board, is the $3,000 for the Veterans Affairs training. They can get that compensated, so we want to make sure I'm sure Jenny's aware, but we want to make sure the board knows that the state will pay for training going forward, the extra $3,000, and not to use our property taxes for that, so.
They had in the past, or?
Well, we always got the 10,000 for her salary, but never paid for training, but this is an extra 3,000 for training, so
That's coming from what?
the state. And the comp board thing we'll have to put on the agenda after July 1, because it goes into effect July 1, I think. And I think we have to vote one way or the other if we want to keep it. So we'll have to,
Discuss the pros and cons. at that
yeah, we'll have to
time.
discuss it later, next fiscal year, so.
So that 3,000 we will budget for, and then she has to get reimbursed for. Salaries.
Yeah, she's already doing the training. It's just now the state's actually gonna pay for it up to 3,000.
I had another Eastern Iowa mental health board meeting. It was with the, the local law enforcement people. And basically it was May saying that they're gonna apply to be the agency that runs it for this district, whatever district May's gonna be in and whatever district we're gonna be in. And basically she just wanted input from law enforcement as what they want to see in the future, what's not being done right now. And their main concerns from law enforcement was funding the liaisons that eventually we're supposed to pay 100% of it. They would like to see it be absorbed by this, so we don't have to fund it at all, that they would have to fund it. That's just one of their requests, and keeping the social workers. And then they were concerned about the representation, because the new legislation says there's gonna be an advisory board in each district of 10 people. And I think 3 or 4 of them will be elected officials. They didn't say those would be supervisors, sheriffs, or what, just said elected officials. And only one of them is law enforcement, and the law enforcement people there were concerned that, they're more hands-on with these patients in our district and would like to see more representation for law enforcement. But other than that, the meeting was pretty much about everything she explained here on the district and how it looks like it's gonna go and how we still don't know where it's gonna go. But, so that was the only meeting I had.
Number 9 and number 11, I was working on those this week. The county home, I've been dealing with that, trying to get this guy out there to fix them, that we can't get out there right now. Other than that, that's about all I had.
Working on the eaves of the county home?
More importantly, the screens. Right now, we're just gonna move some screens around in different rooms so they can utilize them. So
When's Barrett, when they plan on moving him in?
they're moving in now. I don't think they're all there yet. There's a bunch there. I don't know what they do. They take them back and forth all the time. Because sometimes the whole school bus, like 2 people on it. Don't know.
Barrett checking the water, or County Water checking the water every day again?
I haven't heard, oh yeah, and then Travis is still working on dealing with what they all want. So that's not done yet. There's a difference of opinion on tank size.
Sure.
Open forum for anybody?
Yeah, I just want to report that, as you know, today is Flag Day. There's going to be a ceremony down at 10 o'clock down at the Legion. Last Wednesday had 109 people for summer bingo, which is about 10 short of our record crowd. And several people were there just to eat as well. July 3rd, we're going to have a dance down to the Legion. So everybody's invited to that. On the, as far as the cemetery commission, Marilyn Rogers resigned. We're looking for a replacement. We're talking to a couple people, so as soon as we find a name, we'll bring it before the board.
Do we have to approve the resignation one?
Okay, right there, you do it.
Do we have to have a motion to approve? For a motion to approve the resignation?
Sure.
So
So
moved.
moved. Second. I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Resignation approved.
And I was telling Jim that if they can't find somebody, my husband Jared said he would do it too, so. He likes
Did
it.
your husband say that, or did you?
You know, he really did. He really did. So, if they can't find somebody, he'd be willing to do it. So.
So we're working on different projects. We're gonna paint the fence down around the cemetery. Iowa County Friends of Conservation is gonna spend several $1,000s upgrading the playground equipment at Lake Iowa. They've already granted money for the master gardeners to make improvements down the gateway. Planted several trees down there and did some renovation of a meditation berm. That's all I can think of right now.
Okay, with that, let's go down and keep things moving. If that's okay with everybody else.
Yep.
Liquor licenses?
Motion approved?
Second.
Oh, I
was
was gonna say,
We had any?
I didn't think that.
I know we have a fireworks permit, don't we? That's what I'm thinking of. For Compass, right?
Is there a motion to approve the fireworks?
That.
I'll second. You make a motion for that one, did you?
Yeah.
Shutting me out.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
That's what I was thinking.
I left you in on the liquor licenses.
Appropriate Iowa County FY25 budget. You have suggestions, MC? We appropriate all, right? I thought we had issues with last year with everyone appropriating each at a time. Okay. Is there a motion to appropriate Iowa County FY25 budget and chair to sign?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Motion passed. Amana Benefit Fire Board of Trustees reappointment of Dennis Hahn.
I'll make the motion to appoint. I'll make the motion to approve Dennis Hahn as a board of trustee for Amana.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Reappointment made. Number 10, library funding payment consideration of new sponsor, library subject to city approval. I gotta say this, the city of Williamsburg, the people that I've talked to, it's gonna be presented Monday night. And the ones that I've talked to said they will do it. So subject to their approval, I talked to Tim McMean, it's about a 28E, and he says, we don't make the 28E, Amanda needs to make the 28E between them and Williamsburg and put like a third party onto it. Because I wanted to
Makes
make,
sense, yeah.
it didn't to me at first, I go, can we just make it so it's done?
Yeah,
So the first year, we technically won't have a 28E, because we need to hurry up and get this done before the end of the year, we're trying to get done. So with your permission and blessing, I'm gonna make a motion to
let Williamsburg be the pass-through.
be the sponsor for the Amana Library.
I'll make the motion.
Second, okay, go ahead.
I'll second that.
All in favor, subject to
Yeah, subject to their,
their approval, the city council's approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passed.
I got one cemetery question before I forget. Has anybody been out to Smith Cemetery out there and moved that one? It was,
We don't do.
You don't do that?
Commission, no, not
Okay.
Smith.
I thought that was a pioneer one, but it's not, huh?
That's not one we take care of. The commission takes care
It was a mess the other day when I drove by it.
of that, probably the trustees.
Okay, so now we're down to property by American Legion. To get a value for the property, I took what they paid for their property, divided it by the square footage, and then gave them a 25% discount for the shape, for the size of it, and it works to be like $12,578. According to Tim, we need to sell it for fair market value. That's per the lawyer. Before we go any farther, the board needs to agree upon that kind of a price, and then Tim can write something up, and then we can offer it to them, but it still has to be subject to a public auction.
And that was with a 25% discount, you said?
Yeah, it works to be $16,770, and I took 25%. I took 25%. When I used to work in the assessor's office, sometimes you get like 25% for the state size and shape.
So if we waive this and decide not to sell it at that point, and decide to go to a public auction, they could buy it for $1, am I correct?
He told me to set the price. This is what Tim told me, set a price.
I think that's high for that piece of property.
Well, since they paid what next door, they set the price. They set the value of the price.
I understand. I'm gonna tell you, it's high for that piece of property for the use and the need and what we use it for. So I would be against selling it for that type of a price, and I would recommend we put it to
We're also responsible for the county taxpayers for being responsible for our assets.
Yep, I understand.
I mean, yeah, it does seem high, but I see both sides of the,
Is there a price you would like to see?
They paid $100,000 on it. I just took the square footage and divided that out. They paid $2.41.6 or $2.4165 per square foot. That's what I used. Based on the market.
I mean, we have to set a price no matter what. And
That's
if
what
it's
he was
fair
told.
market, then, I mean, we just have to do it. There's no other choice, but like Alan said, they could go to public auction.
I'm just doing what they
Yeah,
told me.
yeah, I know, I
It was
know.
a public auction, we said, we just have our starting price, except it was the same.
That was the starting price. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able, that's starting.
I know if we can in public auction have a starting price.
I think you can.
I think you can.
Yeah.
So,
Is there a price you have in mind, another price?
Well, my brothers are, it's not being used, it does us no good, and it's going to the Legion. I just assume set it for $1 and be done with it.
Well,
But I understand where the other side of the flip of the coin is too, but
what if we went 50% and if If it goes up in auction, it goes up in auction.
I'd be happy
This is
50,
just-
I'd be happy 50%.
Like 6,000?
Well,
that'd be-
8,000
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, so 50% deductions.
Oh, okay.
That shows we're being,
I mean, it's an asset to the community and the county,
Yes,
but we still
obviously.
gotta be responsible to our taxpayers.
I'd be okay with that.
that shows that we're doing both things. We're giving them a heck of a deal and
83,
you're making a little money on the deal.
83, 84. So do you want to make a motion like this? Because then I have to take these numbers to Tim and then he's got to do the rest of the legal garbage.
I would just say 8,400, make it even, easy price.
Is that a motion?
I'll make a motion to sell it for 8,400.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Motion pass. Nick.
Good morning. Morning, Nick. The corner looks good that we're actively. Right, like that was. Let the property owner let us get in there and do that. Nice.
I haven't followed up, I just know that when you called Harley, for the week down there.
Yeah, cut someone, yeah, I called the property owner, we got hold of her, she said. Yeah, it looked good, it was skid loader, they had the skid loader down there and cleaned it up some.
That must have been Harley.
You know, school bus pulling out, and my kids run that school bus every time, and just a terrible corner, right?
We got the box set this week on I Avenue, there's a little turn down in the lower right-hand corner.
I know, I like it.
So they, should be backfilling now, and then, we'll pour the headers and everything should go pretty fast there. And once we get done with that, then we'll go down to do one on 190th. Where we just got done building our bridge, so. Bridge crew's making good progress. The Castle Bridge should be open today. All we're waiting on is some delineator signs, object markers at the corners. They weren't up yesterday, so I'm hoping that they get that open today. And then the Wolfman Bridge, I haven't been down there myself, I need to go, but they're starting on that. And then V66, everything is pretty much done. They finished up some of the side roads yesterday, and they're gonna come in to do the center line rumble strips early next week. And then we'll paint stripe it, and we'll be done. Our guys have been spotting some rock, a couple crews ditching. We had quite a crew out there to set the box, we did patching a day, and then did some grading. As far as the engineer's office goes, we did meet with some landowners for that V77 culvert extension stuff to get rid of that guardrail, so we got a plan. We'll probably do that September or October when the crops are out, but we do have a plan there. We finished up some of the rock payments. We did have a slip, trip, and fall in Amana. Did you guys hear about that? Maybe. Yeah, we had this out-of-state citizen fall on one of the sidewalks last week. Yeah.
Is it one of the ones you thought you fixed?
We thought we fixed, I mean, we replaced, you know.
I thought you said you lowered something or did something different.
Yeah, we've done a lot of things over the years. I don't know if there's gonna be a lawsuit or whatever, so I'll be,
There's an insurance claim.
it's in the hands of ICAP and McMean at this point, so. All I know is there was a fall over the weekend on one of the bridges, and at this point, I think the lady fell and broke her nose or something. gist of it.
That was the worst possible thing to have happen. The worst festival.
Yeah, I know.
There was a festival last weekend.
Was that the worst festival?
It's
This
this
weekend.
What's this weekend?
This
Oh,
weekend.
that's this
It's
weekend.
this weekend. Yeah.
So, we did
Come on.
go out.
Get with the manas here.
First time you'll win.
Did you do anything to the location to enhance it, or was it just an error on the participants?
That will leave up to the lawyers, although we did go out and, the place where she fell is probably different. The bridge itself is getting a little old, so we replaced that bridge and we replaced another one. But, the reason behind the fall, I don't think had to do with why we replaced it.
What about the concern about painting a yellow stripe or whatever?
I think we should let this happen first.
Okay.
This play out, and then we can address that with my. Multiple reasons why I would say no, but, let's see how this goes first, and then, right, so you know the ground sells for
Yes.
20 grand an acre or
It's always, it's not even assessment, we can close.
Yeah, so we're writing out like $40 checks, right? I gotta talk with the guys, but,
So now you're encouraging us to spend more money.
yeah, we wanna spend more. We wanna get that bumped up and at least make it not like a slap in the face. You know, you take time and you meet them out there, hey, we'd like to buy some of this right away. All right, yeah, sure, how much is it? $37.12, you know? We should probably put a minimum on it of like a few hundred or something like that.
I was gonna say, I don't think you want to chase actual true market value.
No, we'll put a minimum of a couple $100 on, and we don't want any, I mean, nobody's gonna get rich off of this, right? But, sometimes when you just offer $19 and a couple cents,
90% of the people are thrilled they're getting the bridge.
they are, and a lot of times, why don't you just take it for that, right? Like, so, it's just something to think about. I think our guys, every time comes out to $19 or $20. So, I will find the old policy, our current policy, our old policy, the year that we changed the rules and we upped it. And it's just something for you guys to think about. If you want to keep it the same because it's just been working and it's not a big deal, or if you would like to put a couple $100 minimum on it. We won't up everything, but this will do up to a minimum.
Okay, so just put a minimum, don't change the rest.
I'll get everything.
Yeah, just send us the.
I'll get everything laid out for you guys and we'll have a full-on discussion. But it's just something for you guys to think about for now until I bring that to all the facts in front of you.
And I should remember this, but I don't, because it came across my mind the other day, is it L Avenue and the cattle guard? You were always gonna make a policy on that, did you ever do that, resolution?
You guys did.
We did, that is
You
done.
made an ordinance.
Mhm.
So if it ever gets damaged, it has to go back to certain specs,
Um,
because that was gonna be part of it.
his situation may or may not be different because he's grandfathered in. The current situation is, you know as well as I do, we'll take lawyers.
Are we still maintaining it? When's the last time we maintained it?
The road? Yeah, he maintains the road.
Okay,
I don't know when the last time it was underwater for a while. But it's a level A. So it's not a level B.
it's just a terrible thing, we can't utilize the ground we have.
Where's that at?
Simmons property is
Yeah.
across the river,
It's supposed to be horse riding.
when we're gonna make it,
I'm in charge of the road that goes down. It's a level A. if you want the part that goes back to the west there, that's a conservation.
Right.
You own that, so.
Our states screwed us on that deal.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
But yes, I believe if you look on your resolutions page, there are specs and resolutions for it.
Somebody said it's not about that gig, because if it ever fell in, I thought we're split, and it put back at our specs. Because it's not, it's got a post in the middle of the road.
I would assume that that's how it would have to go, but if it's, I mean,
I'm sure it'll go to court.
yeah. We could sit here and talk about that all we want, but we know that that's gonna be a long drawn out process if that happens.
Any other questions for Nick?
Alrighty, well, you guys have a good weekend.
you too.
Yeah, you can talk a Model A Ford Club road closure request for August 17th, 2024.
Motion approved?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Quarterly transfer from rural basic fund to secondary road funds of $328,750.
Motion approved?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Items for considerations for next week's agenda.
Let me go back to the Legion thing. So what's the process then? Are we going to post this?
So
Or
I got-
just
It's,
give them the offer, say this is what? we're
it'll have to get posted, it has to go to public bid.
Okay.
What do you think the Legion was expecting?
What do I think, what?
What do you think the Legion was expecting?
How much would it be?
I have no idea. I had no previous
I just looked
conversation.
up what we gave for that property. It was $2,054 an acre. Is what we paid
For what property?
for the transportate, that whole parcel.
Back when though?
2002,
Who had it before that?
Ringo Ready Mix.
Oh,
How much land are we talking about? What do we decide on?
how much square foot? It's
Yeah.
30 by the, that could be the big, I can't see it. It's 6,940 square feet, 30 feet.
So
231 by 30. See what-
So like 0.16 acres, essentially.
It's too much money for it.
So we only paid,
We paid $200,000 for 90 some acres. What was it?
And it had building on
We paid 200,000 in 2002 for,
it. So I did it, that's 20 years ago.
Prices have probably tripled since then.
but, and I get it, if they paid what they paid for what they have,
It joins to them, they set the market price.
Who had that property before them?
Ringo Ready Mix.
No, where the Legion built theirs.
Ringo Ready Mix.
Oh, that was still ready mix?
they paid how much for that?
well, it was,
100,000.
yeah, Charlene Disterhoff was the sale, 100,000 total for what they, for 0.95 acres.
They sold their old Legion for $500,000.
Mhm. I get it, it's a lot, it is a lot, but I think we do owe the taxpayers to at least recoup our money and,
We donated money to them already, spent it on being, supportive. Do you remember, you guys remember how much we gave to him? The 25 or?
I thought it was 30.
I can't remember.
I thought it was 30,000, if I could be wrong. Stick it on program.
Is it taking it out?
Yeah,
And
it's a hard situation to be in. Obviously, I agree with Alan, like just giving it to them because it's costing us money at this point to have Dylan mow it. But we also need to recoup our money for the taxpayers. And
this is
And then here's the
responsible.
other thing, they're still gonna use it no matter what, people are gonna use it unless we put a fence up, and when we put a fence up, then we're gonna have hard feelings there too. And because of liability, it's just a piece of property that's not, has any value, such a parking lot. And the last thing we want is,
You've set that precedent.
yeah,
yeah, I know.
And you give it all.
I know
Might as well give our Simmons property to
Yep.
the landowner there, you know?
Did they get an offer back?
This is, I'm just following procedure that Tim told them needed to do. I mean, I'm not being argumentative or subjective, I'm just doing what I'm told.
No, it's just good discussion to have. It's just, you know,
We can't, let's see, something about the 10 o'clock, but we don't have all the information we need yet for that, because Michelle's working into if we can do it, and what would it cost to do it.
What, yeah, I don't even know what this is about.
He said he talked to you about it.
Me?
Or
Nobody spoke to me about it.
it's in some previous email.
Huh? To me?
hey, Michelle.
Oh,
Hello.
oh, okay. This is sent to Michelle and Brandon and CC me.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in September of 23 though.
Right now, it's gonna be over $3,000, I think, to put it on. We don't know if it's gonna cost to change the program either. For one person. Nobody else is.
But what, did they want
They want the,
debt service levy on there?
That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. I got the same email you got, so.
Back in 23?
and nobody's ever asked that before, so do you want to spend that kind of money for one person?
Well, the debt service levy is really not, like, minimal.
I'm just,
So are these examples on our packets then, of what that is?
That's just our tax statement and
Okay.
And what from another,
county statement.
from which one? Which county was it?
Clinton.
Clinton. Well, that's a, dude, I wonder how many counties do it.
I think he's the only one.
Clinton's the only one, that's
I
it.
believe so.
Wow.
I believe.
the best of her knowledge.
Geez, you pay a lot of taxes, Brady.
That's being transparent there,
Well,
Brandy.
I should take that back. Clay County had one, but it was like, what was it? I sent you that, Brandy. It was like a $6,000. And I'm like, that's their only debt. I mean, it wasn't,
And we haven't
or
heard,
6 million, no, six, some, I don't know, it wasn't much, 600,000.
you're in there, you haven't heard back from Solutions if we even can do it.
She said she was checking with the programmer. And then I put a call in to, Clinton County, and I have not heard back from them to see who his, I don't know who he uses, if they have their own IT department that does their stuff, or if they use Solutions or Tyler, and so the cost has to come from them for this 16 cents per tax statement, because the person that will print my tax statement said whatever they get from Solutions is what they'll print. So it wouldn't
Why
cost.
would the Solutions charge us so much? They're
Because they have to write a program for this.
They do?
Yeah, nobody else is doing it, they enter into a special for it.
If they do, I mean, I haven't heard back, so.
And I've yet to find any program that does stuff for free.
So he's like wanting all this information here.
He's wanting,
This information here.
that information is, we already have some. He's wanting what's highlighted there. Those three things, those are the debts. Because these are our tax statements. We already show the county, the city, the schools. We already show all that. He's just wanting us to add what debt we have. And Brandy and I, there will be three of them that we'd have to have that.
Okay, so that's, well, and then I see it identifies it here, jail,
Yeah, they have about the same three as that we would have. Well, our jail's gonna be.
Yeah, it's done this year, isn't it?
Yeah, but their radios and,
jail kitchen.
I don't know.
How about the phones for the engineer's office? Anything moving on that?
Yep, well, Nick got it poured to his work cell phone for now. So it sounds like the same company's gonna be doing the jails and the courthouse. And it sounds like they're gonna do the jail first because the jail has a contract with Z-Tron. And if it's not done by August, don't remember the date, they get charged like 15 grand or something like that.
Same company we're using now that's not showing up.
No, this is the jail.
Okay.
So after the jail's done, then they're gonna do the courthouse, it sounds like. Well, then in talks with them, I said, well, is there any way we can get the engineers phone set up? Just the engineers. We can get the courthouse and the annex and everything like that afterwards. But can we get the engineers set up at the same time as the sheriff's office?
What did
So-
they say?
Haven't heard back.
Might want to get on.
I can get on. But I mean, we're gonna have to buy the server and everything like that, and that'll be $10,000 upfront cost. And then we have to buy the phones later. So, I mean, I can give them the phone today and see what he thinks. But that's all I got for you now. Regarding
I
the,
just don't really like it being forwarded to his cell phone.
I mean,
Not,
we can get it forwarded to one of the phones in the courthouse, like my office phone. But then, I mean, he's not gonna be sitting down there all day,
yeah,
so, I mean,
It's a short-term fix, at least it's not just ringing and nobody's answering.
it'll go to the voicemail. At least somebody can leave me a voicemail if it's busy.
that office probably fields the most calls besides the auditor's office and treasurer's office. I feel like, you know what I mean? It's probably busy and I just don't really like it going to a cell phone just because that's, and especially if you're supposed to have time off or whatever, that's not fair, so.
Right,
Well, it's his county cell phone, right?
yeah,
So
it's not a person.
if he's off, wouldn't have to answer it, I guess.
Yeah, I feel bad. We had a situation down in, with the, overhead line work down in Fillmore Township, I think it was Fillmore Green, where they dumped a bunch of rock in the road and didn't spread it out. And so I had to bother them late at night about that, because they were waiting for a maintainer to come by. But anyways, nonetheless, I just don't really want him getting all these calls, you know, late at night.
Yeah,
But if you wanna get on their case here, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd like to get that done.
good. I guess we're gonna work on that. And then the overseeding at the courthouse lawn. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but
Concerned citizens say they want it green by the time Fourth of July. So
that's not gonna even be close to happening.
better get some paint out, they said.
To me, I think you're just wasting money if you see the courthouse lawn right now.
Are you watering it all around the edges here by the front?
The courthouse lawn?
Yeah.
No.
It's
Do you
just-
want me to?
I just think it would help. Maybe get some green there. It'd be nice to have that, but, you know, I don't know. You tell me. It's,
Well, there's no new growth anywhere.
there isn't,
No, it's all old.
okay,
So it'd be different if there was new growth there, I could see, but
okay.
There's not.
Does he see a reason why it didn't grow? I had everything, it had the,
Yeah, it had
I
a
had,
rain.
perfect. Have you seen my picture? I have, mine was bare dirt, ugly dirt.
It was a perfect spring for that grass.
Yeah.
And you think if it all got washed away, well, there should be like one spot where it just be,
Well, shouldn't have washed away with that matting on
I was
there.
gonna say it's too flat to wash away, I think.
it didn't grow. So, and that's that.
He is repaying, he's gonna, that's free.
Yeah, I mean, the reseed is free, but in talking with him, I mean, unless we're gonna do like the engineer's office and run sprinklers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We don't have our own well.
No, that's city of Randall Wall. Most expensive water around, so. I mean, that's how I feel about it, but if you guys tell me just to move forward with it, we will.
I know it's a bad time of year to do it, I understand that.
And I get that, you know, you want to make it look good for the 4th of July, but
Or just for any time.
Well, it's not gonna,
no.
even if you did it today, it would be,
I mean, you could try and get my perennial rye, which it would grow, but then it'd just die again in the fall, so. I mean, to me, I say we just cut the loss and wait till the fall over, see what we get.
And are they going to do it at their cost?
I'm okay with waiting if they're gonna do it at their cost.
But, I mean, you kind of see where I'm coming from, I mean, I don't think,
Well, I understand that the grass doesn't grow this time here very well. I understand.
but, so, okay, I'll get with him on that,
If you would come put some rye, if you put some rye in it for free right now,
okay,
it might grow, might make it look better for the end of the year.
okay?
Plus it give us a little bit of a,
Then you got, he's probably gonna reseed once.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
you might, just
So do you want them to reseed and rye?
no, like reseed is good grass, but
I can go out and get perennial rye.
I just try to put them in bare spots, the real bad ones.
And then we could also, you know, we can talk about, you know, actually hydro seeding along too. I talked with Nick about maybe having mullein come up and hydro seed the lawn.
With,
Down in hydro seed.
yeah, with a good seed though.
Yes. A mix of like Kentucky blue and annual rye and all that stuff.
I don't know, what Nick think of that?
You don't care. So just let them know.
Still want to do it in the fall
Yes, it'll be the fall.
though, right?
It won't be any time. So it's, I can tell them come this fall, I can tell them come next week.
Well, I think, well, if we're gonna use hydro seeders, he's gotta get seeds from him then, right?
And,
It's
I
gonna be
can
done
fill it
fall.
in with some rye
Yeah.
and buy for now, and then let's do the hydro seed in the fall.
Then you go out there and put some rye in the
Yeah.
bad spots.
Just use a crank spreader.
yeah, I got a little push pine broadcast spare too. But I think I'm gonna have to pull up all the hay first,
I think you are too.
because I mean, the seed's never gonna get to the soil if you don't bring up the hay.
I don't know enough to be,
That's just supposed to disappear on its own, isn't it?
It's supposed to. To me, it kinda acts like thatch for the new grass almost. You know, since it doesn't have any thatch to begin with.
Wonder if you spread it and then water it, if it'll work its way down.
That's what, it might sprout, then go down to the hay.
Right.
It'll be moist underneath the hay, yeah.
No,
Rye's not that expensive, so.
I'd say, ask them to put the seed down, if that would work.
okay.
I would think.
But the problem with Kentucky bluegrass is it takes 21 days just to germinate. 14 to 21 days just to germinate. And you still got to water even after when it's grown. So I mean, you're talking month and a half of water.
Yeah, we don't just do it in the fall, we don't.
So. I don't know, I'll get with him, figure something out. And then the sewer line down at Gateway backed up once again. And I rode Rooter come and cleaned it out. And when we were there, I had him run the camera down through it. And there's a lot of sand in there, and I'm gonna guess probably from the transportation buses, from when they wash them down in the winter. I mean, he said that's pretty common to find in a transportation building like that, that always washing their vehicles, you're gonna find some grit within the sewer. But there is it's pretty flat from like where the clean outs are, outside of Becky's building and my building, going to the road. It's very flat and has 5 or 6 bellies in it. And if you don't believe me, I can get the video and email it to you.
It's okay.
Why would we not believe you?
I don't know. I mean, I got video proof is all I'm saying.
So what are you suggesting for the solution?
Well, you dig it up and fix it. Or they were talking about putting a lift station in. But, I mean, ask the guys down in Parnell how much they like their lift station.
They don't.
They hate it.
And it's
So-
very little slope.
Mm-hmm.
So how much are we talking about digging up and replacing?
I don't know. I mean, you'd probably get 100, 150 feet. Well, it's from them cleanouts
Right.
all the way in front of my grandma's house there. Right where that manhole was.
Have to cut some concrete and stuff too?
Mm.
No?
The only thing that sucks is they just, seal coated that road. But I don't know. I don't know why, there must not be a sewer that comes down a cord that far. It must have split Franklin that far. I'll talk with Lonnie with the city and see what the best way is, which I'm sure is what was done before, but I don't know. Cause they came back 3 or 4 months ago and cleaned it out when this first happened, and then it happened again. So,
Who's cleaning it up?
Rotor.
How much is that each day?
About $450.
We need a new line put in there no matter what.
Right.
If it's got bellies and it's collapsed and showing sand. So I'd say, my opinion is we need to get a quote on what it's gonna do to put a new line in.
Okay.
Because the lift station is not going to be functional. So hopefully a new line, and it'll be an oversized line,
Well, that's what it is now. It's 6 inch.
another oversized line,
Right.
and see if the material that they make these lines with is a better alternative to what was, I don't know if it's PVC, if it's
Mhm.
HD or what it is. So something's happened over the years and.
Well, it's a settled, right?
Right. And maybe that would be the best alternative, and if it doesn't work, then you're gonna have to look at the lift station, which is gonna be quadruple the cost
Right.
and a maintenance headache.
Mm-hmm.
We have no choice. We gotta.
Yeah, we gotta do something.
Calling Rotor up every month.
You put a new line that would have more fall then?
Well, you can't really have more fall. I think that's what the problem is. We're kind of maxed out with what we got now.
When was that line put in? Dylan, any idea?
I'd have to guess
that's
probably when the
right
maintenance
next time.
building,
I think it was when
when the maintenance. building
did this
was put
building.
up. So, when was that, 2018? 2019?
Yeah.
Not that long ago, but.
I don't know, but I mean, either way, something has to get done, I'll do. So, you got a brick or something, just a little jail? You can pick one off right now. Whatever.
Didn't some people take the bar stuff out or some of those, there does be some loose.
I mean,
parts
there's
there.
not much of a building left after Crumble was in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Lance had Crumble in there and taking the steps and cell doors.
Took the steps out?
Where did all that go?
It was all iron.
Ooh, no. Lance wanted the cell doors and everything, so.
Lance who? Why does he have a?
He collects things.
It's no longer ours.
No,
So we don't
the
get
building's
something
not
to do with
ours,
Yes,
so.
no, there's so.
So he had plans worked out something with Miller. So,
The blinds coming?
yep, the blinds are in, they were in yesterday.
Good.
Hallelujah.
And did you know that the magistrate was included?
No,
Yes, we don't gotta do the magistrate one.
they did that one too.
Yeah.
Good.
And the judges' chambers,
I don't know about the judges' chambers. I think it was just courtrooms. Or are you talking about the judges' chamber damage?
yeah,
The insurance adjuster came out. He said, the carpet looked fine. It actually did look fine when I was with there, but I mean, earlier in the week, it was all wavy and everything, and I threw a dehumidifier up there and it must have helped straighten it back out. But he's getting a number from a ceiling grid guy to replace all the tile with the ceiling.
okay.
And that's really his only maintenance.
That gives proposals in there?
No, just the judge's chamber itself.
I talked to Dylan about that, we could maybe go over later, the law library, where we're at with that.
Yeah, is there still like, plaster repair within the window project?
I don't know.
I don't know unless,
We'd have to talk to Miller.
make a phone call to Mark Miller and find out.
Okay, because I mean, Tricon's still got a ladder here and they got the plastic up in the law library. And they still got
Everything's covered up, but they haven't been there for.
3-4 months. So I don't know if there was like.
I thought we had a little contingency in there for that,
We
but.
did have a contingency.
They did do the, clerk reports office and that stuff.
See, there was a certain amount of plaster repair in the project to begin with, but then we got more added on later in the project, and it sounds like we have not met the hours yet for the plaster repair, is the way I take it.
Yeah, it was by the hour.
Because we got like 40 hours of plaster repair
Mm-hmm.
extra, and we must not have met that criteria yet.
I am going to sit here and type an email up and CC everybody on it to Mark Miller and Al Oler.
Are the windows all repaired now? Is everybody happy with the windows?
Michelle, you're happy with your windows?
They're supposed to give me some touch-up paint. Yeah, they have.
Oh, I thought they touched up that one window. There's another one?
Oh, they did? I haven't gone out there and looked lately. Did they touch it up? Did you?
Last week when I went in there, I didn't see
Out
this
in motor vehicle?
in the
behind-
center office, yeah.
Yes, okay, they got it.
Yeah, I'll come over and look after we're done, but I thought it was,
I haven't looked, that was the only.
I thought they did that
But
the
they
day they
fixed
fixed the
mine.
window.
They fixed your lock on your desk, so it actually locks nicely enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or there wasn't,
There's
they
a
fixed that and then you couldn't get the thing.
latch, okay. Yeah, I think we're pretty much on the downhill slope. I mean, we've been on the downhill slope with that project for
It's been a
about a
long
year.
time, yeah.
We just gotta get that law library, even if we gotta do it ourselves, if we're out of contingency money for that.
Well, I'll call Brian too, Tricon, and see what the deal is there, how many hours we have left or what's going on.
Because if they got a ladder there, then I guess if they were gonna come back, I don't know.
I'd assume, and like, there's still plaster down in my office and everything, so. Don't know.
Sounds good.
Any other questions for Dylan? Thanks.
You made it over there, bro?
Yeah, I set a place with the area kids in my area with the jail kitchen, and yeah, I'll be here.
Mr. Rachi, would you like to come on up?
Hi, Vic.
Well,
How are you?
I'd like to send a proposal to you, or give a proposal on the tax reports that are mailed out by the county treasurer. And, came to me from Clinton County. I've got some, land in Clinton County, the Clinton County farm, we have a family farm. And it's in the city limits of Clinton. And, one for each. And the county treasurer there lists the debt service payments. Separate and pull them out of the budgets and put them as separate. And this year's was kind of small, so I put the 2019 one on the other side. Those printings are a little larger. And so you can see, I guess, in 2019, they had debt service on TIFs. Then in 2019, they have debt service on jail and some radios and things like that. So, and then of course it reduces the county levy. It gives you a true picture of your county expenses, down to 25% from, like you're listing, 30% on our Humana, or on our county in Iowa County. And I'm asking you to encourage and work with the county treasurer on putting those on, separating them out.
Yeah, when Michelle came in, we had a little conversation about this. She's got an email into our IT provider to see what it would cost, because apparently they have to write a program to do this.
Clinton County's done it for years, so.
Yeah, I wonder who they have for IT. I
I
don't know.
have no idea.
She's gonna call them in.
Yeah.
What I really would like to see is the bond issues that I'm paying on Clear Creek Amana. How much it costs. You know, when they propose a bond issue, you come out and say, well, for $100,000 house, your taxes are gonna be this. And so after this bond issue's going on for a few years, what is the reality on it?
And that wouldn't even be something that we could do with the schools, could it?
I don't know if we can do school or not. But if the county started, maybe we could get other reportings to work on. Basically, it boils down, counties are 28 to 30% of our taxes, and schools are 58 to 60.
Yep. I think we can look into it.
We're looking into what the cost is gonna be to do it.
Okay.
I'm looking at like a local one, Ohio Valley Schools, 37%. And Kirkwood's 3.5%,
What's Iowa Valley?
37, right?
That's all.
No, they're closer to 58 or so.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that is right there?
You can ask me if we spent that.
Living within the city limits, that's what mine is.
Yeah, this is.
Yes,
this is-
40% of my taxes go to the city.
Rio 40, Valley 37.
But rural Marino
Rural
schools.
would be different, yeah.
Oh, rural would be different.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because most of the city people, most of the taxes go to the city.
Okay, so you're working on it that way.
She's checking into it now, and then we've discussed the cost and what's good.
Okay, good.
How much it's gonna cost us to do it, if we're gonna do it.
I'd like to go a little bit in another tax issue, property tax issue. Has anything been followed up with Abby's work with the legislature last year?
As far as which one?
Is ISAC, are they doing any lobbying?
Well, they lobby, yeah, they lobby
But did they work on that, on your?
on which part, I guess.
Well,
I had a lot of iron from the fires last year.
getting the state to pay for driver's license, fully recompense for that, for the recorder's office.
They lobbied on that, yes, that actually was their legislative, objective, was to fund unfunded mandates. And that was kind of their thing, but they didn't get much done. They did get the cross titling bill done with the treasurers. There was a lot of treasurers bills.
What bill did you get done?
The cross titling, where you can title, like if you're from out of county, you can title in our county.
Okay.
And then the money stays here, obviously. They didn't they increase one of the fees too for the treasurers?
Or with that cross county.
Yes,
But
yeah,
it's rolling back on the people that are registering the vehicles. None of it's coming from the state money.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not, it rolled over into $10 more for a title fee, $10 more for lien fee, and $10 more for use tax. So it's coming from the person that's registering the car, none of it's coming from the state.
yeah. And I know, Vic, when we talked probably a year ago, I was kind of on the page of pursuing more funding from the state, you know, for the services that we're providing. However, I also became enlightened and understand that, you know, if, let's say, without the property tax relief, but without House File 718, limiting how much property taxes we can raise, the state can throw us all the money they want, but is it actually gonna go to property tax relief? Or is it gonna go to the new building that the county wants to build, or, you know, whatever else? And so that's the thought process. My understanding from the legislature is that they're going to, right now, they're in like the handcuff mode, like, okay, we're limiting how much property tax you can raise. And then eventually they want to work more on backfilling some of the services that we're providing, but without that handcuff or that limit, there would be no property tax relief, as you know.
Okay. John, let me go on another area. How far down is the highway patrol from 10, 15 years ago?
How many numbers down?
Yeah.
It would be more like, probably 20 years ago.
Okay.
They're probably, but they are building back up.
Are they? How
Yeah.
far up are they?
So we were down probably, we went from like 400 down to about 320 for a time period, probably. And now
Are they
they're,
back up to 400?
yeah, they've been aggressive with academies, and then they've been doing some prior, certified academies.
Okay.
So their numbers are climbing back up.
Okay, my contention was that we were still down low.
Well, I think their numbers are climbing up, but their responsibilities are being spread more out. There's a lot more specialized jobs within the patrol, so there probably is less patrolmen on the actual streets.
Well, because of that, we have to have more deputies in Iowa County. Kevin, how much is number of deputies gone up?
I don't think we've gone up.
They've not increased since I've been on the board, but
We haven't had any, we haven't,
10 or 15 years, in the last 10 years or so.
we're lucky to stay stable. I don't remember adding any new deputies in our water. We added a jail, I think. Otherwise.
since I've been on the board, it's not changed.
Yeah,
They probably had an increase when the new jail went up, didn't
and deputies.
they? The deputies and
How's jail, I
jailers.
mean,
I get where you're going with that thought process, though. I mean, obviously our law enforcement is responding to things that state patrolmen, probably back in the day, there was more state patrolmen that were handling things, i.e., you know, Interstate 80 and the mall and things like that. And it does cost the county. Yeah, it costs us a lot of money to have law
Because of the
enforcement.
mall and because of I-80.
Which is not our territory technically. You know, the mall is, well, it's a city, but you know.
Okay, my point in getting back is ISAC lobbying for pushing on this highway patrolman thing.
No. They're not, no, I can tell you that.
That would be a good point, wouldn't it, John?
Yeah, well,
Be part of the pushing for